How's it going, you guys? AZ Plyo 21 back again with another episode of our UFC save here in WMMA 5. And today we have UFC Fight Night Dober versus Dos Anjos. Now, I know in the last episode I told you guys that up next was going to be Gastelum versus Luque, but Vicente Luque got injured quite literally a day before the main event, and the fight's canceled. So completely different main event. Only 5 fights on the main card now. It's going to be Drew Dober and Dos Anjos main eventing. Luckily enough for me, the fight is strong enough to be the main event, but still sucks. Name of the game. Next time that I see you guys will be for UFC Fight Night Korean Zombie versus Chikadze. That should be a good one. Doing that one in Eastern Asia, so a little bit of a home field advantage for Korean Zombie as well. Should be a good one. I mean, Korean Zombie beat Max Holloway in the save out of absolutely nowhere. Was expecting it to be his retirement fight, and he instead decided to beat Max Holloway quite handedly. And now he's maybe 1-2 fights away from a title, which is insane. Pay-per-view has also changed. So originally it was going to be O'Malley versus Sandhagen. O'Malley was going to defend his bantamweight title. That's changed. O'Malley got injured. He's done. So now it's going to be Henry Cejudo and Corey Sandhagen going at it for the interim bantamweight championship in our main event. Still got Zhang Weili and Rose Namajunas, and we still got Alexa Grasso and Angela Hill. So that is still good to go. Appreciate you guys, whether you're watching on YouTube or Twitch. As always, be sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel if you have not already done so, all that good stuff. Let's get to it. Dober versus Dos Anjos. Show taking place in Tennessee. As we begin with our prelims, as always, it's Abus Magomedov, the guy who had, after one fight, had a main event with Sean Strickland, taking on Gregory Rodriguez, who is fighting, as I'm recording this, fighting this weekend on the O'Malley Sterling pay-per-view. And it is Abus getting the win over RoboCop via TKO here today. Trevin Giles taking on Ramazan Ramagomedov. Undefeated at 11-0, but it is Trevin Giles. The problem with his 17th win, getting a rear naked choke and putting a 1 in front of Ramazan's name. Lyman Good, veteran of the Octagon, taking on the Celtic Kid, Jake Matthews, here today. We just saw Jake Matthews get a pretty good knockout win not too long ago. I forget who it was against. But looking for another win here against the veteran in Lyman Good, and he does just that. Split decision, poor fight, but Jake Matthews does get the win. Otman Zaitar taking on David Tamer in the 155 division. The Swedish fighter in Tamer going for his 9th win, and he does not get it after losing to a Zaitar, moving to 14-1. David Onama taking on Ludovic Klein in the 145 division. Out of Kansas City, Missouri, Onama looking for his 10th win. Ludovic Klein looking for double that number, as it is Onama with the TKO victory in less than 4 minutes, dispatching of Klein. Kron Gracie taking on Gavin Tucker out of Nova Scotia, the Canadian going for his 14th win, and he gets it. Knockout over Kron Gracie in the 3rd round. You can see there Kron Gracie only lost to Cub Swanson. And now we go to Raul Rosas Jr. on the prelims. 19 years of age, lost his last fight. Everyone was a lot of hype. Everyone was rah, rah, rah. Another young guy in Brady Heistand, 7-2. Also a bantamweight, as it is Brady who gets the win over the 19-year-old here today. One more loss and we might be cutting Raul, unfortunately. Cody Durden taking on Yuki Ito here in the prelims. In the flyweight division, Durden a nice favorite, but it is Yuki Ito with the win via decision here today. Flyweight debut, and he gets a victory to cap it off. Veronica Hardy taking on Claire Guthrie in the bantamweight division, and it is Veronica Hardy getting the 8th win of her career out of Venezuela with the win here today. Ashley Yoder taking on Kanako Murata in our final prelim. Yoder 8-9. Kanako Murata looking for the 13th win of her career, and she gets it. Unanimous decision over Ashley Yoder here today. Main card time, as it is Manon Fior taking on Karina Rodriguez in the 125 division. Fior a huge favorite over the Mexican fighter, and she gets a TKO victory with only 2 seconds left to go in the first round. Andrei Arlovski taking on Beast Boy Chris Barnett. Everyone loves them some Chris Barnett. Big fun guy in the heavyweight division. If he beats Arlovski, I don't even know what to say. Arlovski would probably need to retire at that point, and Arlovski wins. Gets a win over Chris Barnett via decision, and Arlovski decides to call it quits after going 35-22-2. Former UFC champion. Love to see it. Big ups to Andrei Arlovski. Magomed Umalatov taking on Dirty Bird Tim Means on the main card. Umalatov making his UFC debut here today. PFL champion coming into this one, as it is Umalatov getting the knockout win in round number 1 over the Dirty Bird. Cody Garbrandt taking on Nathaniel Wood in the 135 division. As I'm recording this, Cody Garbrandt actually called out of his fight against Mario Bautista this upcoming weekend, and people were giving him a lot of shit for it because it was very, very last minute. They were able to find Damon Blackshear for Mario Bautista, so luckily they will at least have a fight, this weekend. Not the greatest look for Cody Garbrandt, considering apparently he knew about the injury for a while, just decided not to disclose it. Nathaniel Wood knocks him out, though, which I feel like would have happened to Garbrandt against Batista anyways. He has very much lost his way. Hall of Famer. Are you talking about Garbrandt? I don't know about Hall of Famer. Definitely a former champion, but I do not know about Hall of Famer. Main event time. Drew Dober taking on RDA in our main event after Kelvin Gastelum and Vicente Luque had to get canceled. Luque got injured quite literally a day before the fight, and so we have Dober and RDA now in our main event. Drew Dober doing quite well for himself, though. 4-fight win streak. McKinney, Alves, Bobby Green, and Sarukian, which is a very good win, as a matter of fact. And then RDA coming off a win over Clay Guida and Brian Barberina. Love to see it. Main event time. Let's get it underway. My guess is Dober takes it in real life. RDA, I believe, just lost in a main event not too long ago, actually. That's right, it was Luque he lost to. Ironically enough. Oh, Arlovski Hall of Famer. Yes, 1000%. Arlovski is a Hall of Famer. Been around since like the old days. Round 1 comes to a close. Great round. They give it to Dober. Back underway with our main event. Dos Anjos gets a takedown. Gets to side control. Halfway through round number 2 in our main event. Pulling guard again. All the blows are comfortably dealt with, apparently. Final 60 seconds of round number 2. Dober ends up on the ground yet again. Would be very surprised if RDA does not win this one. They give it to him. Round number 3 coming at you. Left cross lands. Dos Anjos looking for a takedown. Can't get it. Pushing him up against the cage. Foot stomp. Uh-oh. Verbal warning for Dober. Dober gives up his back. Tries to get a body triangle in. Rear naked choke. Can't get it. Rear naked choke. Can't get it. And round number 3 is going to end. And they say the round goes to Dober. Interestingly enough, despite RDA being in firm control on the ground. Not sure where the judging is at there. Dober closing the distance. Left hook lands for Dober. Dober lands with an uppercut takedown attempt, and he gets it. Quite a few takedowns now for RDA. As they say, Dober might be up 3-1. We go into the 5th and final round of our main event. Dober looking ragged. Takedown successful for RDA. He might need to get a submission if the judging is what they're saying they think the score might be. Another takedown for RDA. Attempts an armbar. Can't get it. Looking for an arm triangle. No good. North-south. Looks like Dos Anjos is going to end the fight on top of Drew Dober. They say that Dos Anjos won the fight, or that he won that round at the very least. As we go to the judges' scorecards after 5 rounds, all 3 judges score the contest 48-47 for your winner by unanimous decision, Drew Dober. Okay. So great main event. Drew Dober is our winner. Praises RDA for a tough fight. Love to see it. Commercial rating of 79, 2,000 in attendance in Tennessee. Let's see. No fantastic fights tonight. We'll just give it to the main event. We had Nathaniel Wood performance bonus. Yumalatov performance bonus. And that'll be it. Lose a good $500,000 or $250,000 on that card. It is what it is. It is what it is. So yeah, like I said, next pay-per-view you guys will see will be Henry Cejudo versus Corey Sandhagen for the interim bantamweight championship fight. Appreciate you guys for watching. Like I mentioned, I'm AZPlow21, and I will see you guys at the fights.